Item number 21, discuss and provide direction to staff on agenda topic requested by Councilmember Anthony Phan, Responsible Construction Ordinance. Ladies and gentlemen, Councilmember Phan.
Yes, thank you. So I want to clarify that this isn't necessarily creating anything new or reinventing the wheel, but it's an extension of the anti-wage theft ordinance that we so proudly passed a couple years back. When I had brought that ordinance up initially, the goal was to really address the impacts of a growing underground economy in the construction industry. And while we have made progress, I think that anti-wage theft ordinance, it simply addresses the issues pertinent to, for example, wage theft. Well, mainly wage theft. However, it's very difficult to enforce. And in order to address those violations, a lot of the time, well, pretty much the entire time, workers would have to go through the judicial system in order to, get a fair shake. And a lot of workers don't have the financial resources to do that. And the judicial system is very flawed. It can be very dragged out. So you will see wage theft cases taking on half a decade, even a decade, being unresolved. And so for all those who are left in the shadows, workers who are exploited, they have no resolve. So the purpose of this responsible construction ordinance, it's to add some teeth to the policy. And we do that by making it illegal to commit these violations, as if that wasn't clear enough. We do that by imposing penalties. For example, in the draft ordinance that I've asked staff to include on the agenda, fines of $1,000 minimum can be imposed on businesses that violate our regulations. Furthermore, we can also have the ability to revoke a permit, a building permit, for example, for the bad actors. At the end of the day, this isn't so much about squeezing out businesses or creating additional regulations or anything like that. If anything, it creates better business. It makes a competitive market because there are bad actors who ruin it for everybody else. The responsible businesses, the responsible builders, and there are a lot of them, but it's a disservice to them. It's a disservice to workers when we have these loopholes that allow our workers to be exploited. And so that's why I bring before you a proposal to approve a responsible construction ordinance, and that I'm hoping that the city attorney can review and come back with final modifications, but the meat of it is there already. And it's not too much additional research on top of the research that you have already put into when you worked on the wage theft ordinance. So that said, I'd like to yield to my colleagues.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Phan. I'm so happy that you are bringing this forward. I want to really express my great respect for your leadership on a proposed responsible construction ordinance. It's really not easy to garner support. And tonight, I have a great hope and optimism that we can move this forward. And you're right, it is an extension of some policies that we've passed previously, and these are even more effective. This responsible construction ordinance that's being proposed, it's really tightening the screw in the 2x4. That's what it feels like, and so I'm so excited to see this move forward as one person tonight. And I think our community is going to be thankful for it because we are a responsible community when it comes to labor.